Hey everyone, Mr. Schultz here, Coach Schultz. Good to see you all. I'm here to talk for just a few minutes about failure, and it's a topic that, when I was asked to do this, it was one of my top choices because I think it's a really important topic, and it's a concept. It's something that happens for all of us that has this really negative connotation to it, and rightfully so, and in a lot of ways that's justified. But failure is something I think that is certainly inevitable. I failed in my life more times than I care to count. Everybody watching this has failed in something on some level, um, and it's part of who we are, and it's part of our existence. Um, there's a quote that sticks with me when I think about failure from Thomas Edison that I think really helped me kind of reshape how I saw failure and how I learned and am still learning to deal with it in all areas of my life, whether that's relationships or whether that's as a teacher and a coach and in all other areas. And the quote is this: Thomas Edison said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." And Thomas Edison, of course, invented the light bulb. But it took him a long time to do that. And just that mindset of just because you quote unquote fail once doesn't mean you're a failure. Just because you do something and you're not entirely successful initially doesn't mean you should stop or you should give up. Failure and experiencing that is essential. It's imperative for our own growth in all areas of our life. And while we don't necessarily want to fail, we'd much rather succeed. The enjoyment, the pleasure of success is certainly what we're after. We need to recognize that in almost all worthy endeavors, failure is a necessary step to get to that point. And if we can begin to process that way, to embrace, if you will, failure, and recognize the value that it has in our lives and the growth, then we're all going to be better off. One of the things I tell my players all the time is that it's not how you respond to something, right? In baseball, an at bat or a pitch, or in life, a job interview or a relationship. It's not how you respond to the failure immediately. It's how you respond to your response. It's okay to feel defeated after failure, especially right after it happens. It's okay to feel frustrated and angry, but how quickly then can you recognize, okay, I failed. What can I learn from this? How can I grow from this? Where do I go next? Continuing with that next step forward. That's super important. And just shaping your mind. So the next time that you feel unsuccessful with something, maybe it's a bad quiz, maybe it's you didn't get your homework done, maybe you're struggling with your health, maybe you've set a goal and you feel like you've already failed with that goal. In 2021, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and immediately 2 weeks in here, we're behind on it. That doesn't mean you failed, right? You haven't failed permanently. What have you learned from it? How can you grow? How can you improve upon it? And when you learn to shape it that way in your mind, the benefits are enormous. I can tell you that. So don't fear failure. It's going to happen. Learn from it and try to minimize how often it happens. Best of luck.